1 week after the Las Vegas massacre, 60 Minutes reports tonight on a handwritten note that shows the gunman made calculations to maximize the carnage. 58 were killed, nearly 500 wounded. Here's Jamie Yuccas.
Today, parishioners at churches across Las Vegas came together, hoping to heal from last week's terror. But for Sarah Reeder, the wound is still raw.
It's just hitting me really hard this week.
And I don't know about you, but I felt like I was kicked in the gut.
At Good Samaritan Lutheran Church, Pastor Don Lorfing says he's been counseling church members all week who were at the shooting. He says some are experiencing survivor's guilt.
I've heard that phrase said maybe a half a dozen times. I feel like I could have done more. I feel like I should have done more by people who were there. You just remind people, well, then start doing what you can now.
Last week's deadly shooting left 58 people dead and more than 500 injured. Country star Jason Aldean opened up Saturday Night Live by paying tribute to the victims. Aldean had headlined the Las Vegas show and was on stage as gunfire rang out.
Like everyone, I'm struggling to understand what happened that night and how to pick up the pieces and start to heal.
Investigators are also still struggling to figure out the motive for the shooting. In an interview airing on tonight's 60 Minutes, 3 police officers who stormed Stephen Paddock's Mandalay Bay hotel room tell correspondent Bill Whitaker they found a handwritten note in Paddock's room. It is one of the very few clues they have of his mindset.
I could see on it he had written the distance, the elevation he was on, the drop of what his bullet was going to be for the crowd. So he had that written down and figured out so he would know where to shoot to hit his targets from there.
While investigators are still working to determine a motive, law enforcement officials are starting to return belongings to the victims. Elaine, they've gone through 7 truckloads of items and have more to process before everything can be returned.
Jamie, thanks.